Good morning, everyone. Myself, Monica Nancy Priya, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. In this semester, I'm handling EE3017 Embedded C Programming in the Regulation 2021. Today, we are going to learn one of the most important functions in Embedded C Programming, that is data types in 8051. Before writing any program, we must know what kind of data we are storing and how much of memory it occupies. Unlike a computer, the 8051 microcontroller has very limited memory. So every byte it matters. If I want to remember one thing clearly, that is the wrong data type. If we are giving a wrong data type, is the wasted memory and inefficient program. That program is very inefficient. So why program the 8051 in C? Earlier, people used assembly language to program 8051, but writing assembly is time consuming and difficult to modify. When we use C language, the compiler converts our C code into a hex file. So can only we can we can dump the program in the microcontroller. Then it gives a output. We are doing the lab, no? We are doing the Kale, by using a Kale software, we are giving a C program in the Kale software, and by giving the by watching the output in the Proteus software. What is the Proteus software? We are having the microcontroller pins, the connective pins, resistors, LEDs are there. In that, we are dumped the program that we already written in a Kali software, no, that program will be dumped into the microcontroller using a hex file. That hex file is finally stored in the ROM of the microcontroller. The biggest advantages are writing code is faster and debugging is easier. Code can be reused using functions. Same logic can be used for other microcontrollers with small changes. That's why embedded C is preferred in the industry. Then what is the data types? What are the data? The overview in the 8051 data types is, if you clearly understand the slide, half of the embedded C is done. Using correct data type help us reduce program size, reduce hex file size, improve execution speed. These are all the advantages of understanding of these data types. The main data types we use in the 8051 are unsigned char, signed character, unsigned integer, signed integer, S bit, bit and SFR. We will see one by one slowly with real examples. Unsigned character. This is the most important data type in 8051. If you remember only one data type, remember this. Why? Because 8051 is an 8-bit microcontroller. And unsigned character is also 8 bits, that is 1 byte. So it perfectly matches the hardware. It can store values from 0 to 255. That's why we use it for the port values, LED patterns, counter values, ASCII characters. If you don't write unsigned, most compiler assume it's a signed character by default. This can cause unexpected result. So if we want to do these things, we have to give in the unsigned characters. These are the unsigned characters. So pay careful attention to the size of the data. So how we are giving the unsigned characters and what is the size of the data. So instead of int, we are trying to use the unsigned characters. This is the signed character. Signed character is also the 1 byte, but here 1 bit is used to indicate positive or negative. So the ranges becomes minus 128 to plus 127. So we use this often. No, we can't be used this often. We only use when the negative values are really required. If you want to put the negative values, you have to use the signed character. For example, temperature values, that is minus 273 Kelvin, that is minus 2 degrees Celsius. So these are the term we have using the signed characters. So always prefers unsigned character unless negative numbers are unavoidable. These in the 8051 program send the values of minus 4 to plus 4 to the port 1. So we are using the sign character. This is sign numbers. So character number is minus plus 1 to minus 4. So we are having the values. Then unsigned int. Now we move to unsigned int. This is a 16-bit data type, meaning it uses 2 bytes. We are having the 1 byte as an 8-bit. So we are having here the 16-bit. So what is the meaning? It uses a 2 bytes. It can store large values up to 65535. That is the large value. FFFH. We use it when counter values exceed 255. We store memory addresses. Timer counts becomes large. And the very important is 8051 handle in 8-bit chunks. So it use integer unnecessarily increases the hex file size. Next one is the signed int. This is similar to unsigned int, but it supports the negative value. Okay, 1 bit is used for sign, so the range becomes minus 327682 plus 32768. Again, this should be used only when required if it consumes more memory and it consumes the negative value. Next one is the S bit, very important concept. This is something special in 8051. S bit is used when we want to directly access a single bit of port pin or SFR, that is a special function register. If we want to directly access a single bit, you have to use this S bit. Here, turning on only P1. So checking a status of a specific flag. So we are using the S bit here. We have to access directly, you have to use the S bit. This makes code very readable and efficient. In real projects also, S bit is used for a lot. Then bit and SFR. The bit data type allows us to access bit addressable memory location, especially between 20H to 2FH, that is the higher values. We use bit mainly for flags, status variables, control signals, and the SFR keyword is used to access entire register like P0, P1, Tmod, Scon, etc. So we remember bit. What is mean by bit is a single bit in RAM. S bit is single bit in special function register. That is the SFR. SFR is the full register. So these are the methods they are using in this program and the program explanation. Suppose if I write a program to blink an LED, the port variable is declared as a unsigned character and the flag is declared as a yes bit because we have to blink an LED. So for the direct access of the special function register, we are using the yes bit and the pin is declared as a yes bit. So which pin is used to turn on? So I am using that in the S bit. So this way, the memory usage is minimum, code is clear, execution is fast. Choosing wrong data type may still work, and the bad embedded design will be progress. And the impact on the hex file size also, it becomes higher and higher. So the character compiler generators fewer instructions, use int unnecessarily. The compiler needs extra instruction to handle 16-bit operation. So as a result, it have a larger X file, slower execution. So the data type selection is very, 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 very important. And the real-time application is LED control. The LED control we are giving unsigned character and yes bit. In the temperature sensor, we are giving the sign character because it giving negative sign also. And the timer count, we are giving the unsigned int and the status flag, it giving a bit. So in this uh, video, we have discussed about the types of data types in 8051, having the practical applications for that, all the data types. Definitely, it will be useful for your lab experiments also. Thank you for watching this video. We will see the next videos in the next topics in the next videos. Thank you.